Hello, Bonsai here, and this was a match with this dude, and I remember that he had like a really nice Mark II. I was using the Alex. Earlier I kind of defeated him with the Shiki when he was using this Mark II and some other mobile suit, but this man feels a little bit confident with the Mark II because it's an all-around good mobile suit, and it's a really dangerous one too. But I was just using this mobile suit to its fullest potential, and I kind of find using Alex pretty damn fun at certain moments. I thought this down was pretty cool because when I pulled this out of the box I didn't know what the heck I was getting myself into, and this mobile suit just pretty much evolved over time and I really enjoyed it. What I do love about this mobile suit is the goddamn beam rifle, and the beam rifle shoots out like a goddamn freaking like a fucking alien beam rifle. I don't know how retarded that sounds, but it was pretty damn nice. I like this beam. This man tried to get me. Oh, he's using the one with the beam. I think he would have had a better chance if he used a bazooka, because beams are a little bit too difficult to understand. But this man's pretty good. It's like we're doing the wiggles right now, so I was hoping to catch his attack, but I guess I was too slow. He boosted a little bit too far away, and I was able to close the gap on him in a good type of way. I really love the Alex though, and at this point I was just like, wow. It's because the matches I had earlier with him were pretty damn hard, and this time it's just easy going right now. I remember this day I just had nothing but juicy wins. And this one tie also, he kind of boosted out almost precisely out of that, but I was able to clip him just enough. I was able to slide the shot just right where it hurt. Right now I'm just trying to shoot his legs, but it's pretty crafty right now. Yep. He moved slightly to the wrong direction, but he was able to cut me just in time. I see he's in a specific clan that I've seen before, but I don't ever remember facing his clan before. I've seen some pretty damn funny clan names that just really catches my eye, and I really like it. Anyways, I'm gonna just give him some little speed of bullets right there. And I gotta say, in the animation where there's this Alex, he used a beam Gatling. That Gatling. Why the heck did I call it beam? That Gatling on a camper, and it was a pretty horrific sight for the camper. Looked like bad paper mache. Yeah, that camper wasn't made out of Gundanium or whatever it was, but it was pretty nasty. Right there, I'm actually surprised I wasn't able to stagger him on a second shots on the beam, because usually the second shot on the beam of the Alex would stagger the opponent. But man, it was a pretty interesting match. I really like this mobile suit. I'd slap the roof of this mobile suit and give it one hell of a score. This mobile suit can fit in so many damn bullets. I'm trying to get him just right in time, but I was actually surprised I wasn't able to stagger him, but I caught him in a juicy moment right there. I was just shooting my beams to show him the full potential of the beams. But yeah. He was on a time limit. And I was able to just graze him right here on the legs. I kind of found that really juicy fight. But boy, I love this mobile suit. I'd never trade it for anything. That's what I'm gonna say. At this point, I was just like, huh, damn, I'm gonna continue these custom matches. And man, I've been to custom matches where it's just a bunch of Gaians, rated Gaians versus some supports, and the supports just gets pooped on to death. It's not a pretty sight. And that guy is a team player. He just literally messaged me and said all those good stuff. The Alex is pretty damn decent. Well, it's not decent, it's like we're way up there. At this point, I was like, I wonder who's my next opponent gonna be. So I'm in the mood to fight. And I'm always in the mood to fight. And there was this D- player. And I just had to send a little message because I don't want to be unfair. Sometimes I find D- players learn from the best. That's how I learned. I learned from the A+ players, because without them it would be pretty harsh. So at this point I was just gonna use the Hyaku Shiki. Throughout the whole day I just mastered, like when I mean mastered, I just got to the level where I just got completely used to the movement and the specs of the Hyaku Shiki. I didn't have to fight my own damn machine like a Gobert Tetra. At this point I was just like, I'm just gonna start learning melee, because I feel like my melee is really clunky at times, and you know, might as well make the other opponent learn melee. So it's kind of like a win-win situation in a good way. Now I just jumped in, hoping to even the odds. This man shot at me, so I was like, okay. And I literally swung. I was like, melee. Then he wanted to go that route, and I was like, okay, fine. You want to fight this route? Let's see if you can handle this. You should have. And I just kind of shot myself like a dummy right there. Oh god, I kind of found that pretty damn funny. But this man right here, he was using a G3 Gundam, which was a level 6. I mean, it was like a cost 600, and I was just like, I was actually surprised how good he was with the G3. And I gotta say, the G3 is really good, and I imagine the 600 variant of it must be really damn good. Yeah, 600 cost. That would be a dream machine for anyone to have, which I do not have that. I was about to get this 550, but you know, tickets. It was that or the BB, and I was like, ooh, I want the BB. But those GPO2s, pretty damn feisty stuff. I feel like the bazooka on the Hyaku Shiki is really good. I find the bazooka and the beam gun really good. I think the beam gun's pretty good when you're fighting against a really advanced opponents. When you're fighting against really advanced opponents, you just want to get the upper hand in speed velocity, because shit's nasty. And I just wanted to give this man a little beating, because he just should have done melee instead. You know, as painful as it sounds. I prefer you not to rage in this game. When you don't rage, you start learning things. You start learning things the hard way. To be honest, if I used that G3, I would have had put a bigger and heavier fight on the Shiki. Just 100% saying. And I was like, okay, you just shot me, you just pretending you were walking. Okay, fine. Oh man, this guy was really foolish. Oh, that juicy maneuver saved me. I kind of splashed the bazooka, and smoke kind of clouded his judgment, so it was good. It was a really good catch right there too. And he swung a little bit on the wrong side. And this is where people feel a little bit confident when you have low HP. They just like think, oh, I just need one more hit and I should be good. And he had broken legs, and I kind of swerved, and I was like, oh. Poor man. I did have some matches with some dudes where I literally just pummeled them so damn hard. But I just always keep on forgetting to record them. But this whole day, I was just having a good time with the Shiki. This is the good side of your whole training and your whole patience with the mobile suit comes in handy. Because, man oh man, if you don't got no patience, then you start getting a really fuzzy brain with fuzzy thoughts. I kind of switched right there onto the drift. That's the sad thing about low tier players. They don't expect certain moves coming because they're just so used to fighting low tier players. and you can just say like, oh, I'm like whatchamacallit, bothering or destroying the cycle of life by hurting like new players. No, 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 no. New players are supposed to learn. If they want to kill, they gotta learn how to destroy an opponent. At this point, he was just like, I'm not gonna even bother spawning in. Yeah. I'm just gonna say that G3 though is a nice, and when I mean nice, I mean it's a really good mobile suit. It's good in space and ground. Pretty damn beefy too. You just gotta get used to what's that thingamajiggy? The quick switch. Yeah, the quick switch is the way to go. Without the quick switch, then you are actually naturally smashed. At this point, I was just like, come on, I just want to learn some melee with someone really good. That's the thing about these redonkulous lobbies. They just take a while. And at times I have to back in and back out with the damn Wi-Fi. Just kind of get in your nerves, but you know, you gotta work around it. This is the one match that I was actually pretty impressed with my own self. And this just shows how cocky someone can be when they think that they know a little bit of everything. But in reality, you don't even need the best weakness, you know? I find that in certain mobile suits, you can destroy some mobile suits, weakness or not. And I believe he was using a GPO1, which those GPO1s are really, and what I mean really, are really dangerous in melee combat. Those things can whoop some ass. And they are heavy melee reliant, and it's really easy to tell when they're doing melee. But this moment I was just like, okay, let's see what am I going up against. I want to do melee, and he was like, alright, let's do melee. We're both learning, you see. So this man right here, he was pretty good. That range of the melee was able to clip me in a really interesting angle, and I was like, alright, so this man is pretty damn good with this thing. And I was just trying to pop in, and it was just like a waiting game to see who would make a big mistake. And I just fell on my face. Melee's gotta be really dangerous when you're actually getting hit in the legs. And that's the dangerous part. I was just like, wow, man, this guy's pretty good with the GPO1. But I was just like, okay, let's see what he does. I was backing up, and I kind of like moved up to just scare him to see what he does. It was a little tactic, but it didn't work in my favor. You see, I wasn't sure if he was going to do the melee, but I was able to just graze him slightly. Now, this man, he was pretty confident. He was pretty confident that he can destroy me in melee, which is completely understandable. I would feel confident too if I had a general versus a raid. And boy oh boy, he's gonna be in for a fucking 360. So right here, I was just like, okay, let's go. He's like, oh, you must be crazy, just use the Shiki against the GPO1. I'm just like, yeah, I'm pretty damn crazy with this thing. Now, he was just trying to bait me in. I was trying to bait him in. That's the thing about fighting high tier players. It's kind of like a waiting game, but it's really dangerous. One mistake. That was pretty interesting. I have no clue how he was able to clip me. And I was like, yo, what the heck? I like this guy. He was fighting pretty good too. I was like, okay. And then I kind of boosted in the worst way possible. And he was able to catch me. And then that's where he got really cocky. He thought he can just boost backwards, but I just show him the real way of how to boost backwards. And the only reason why he was able to do certain type of techniques was because I am weak against his general. And Jesus Christ, that kick though, it was nice too. It was like, okay. I was trying to be as fluent as possible with the Shiki. There's ways of using it correctly. There are some ways that are just really damn effective. Right there, I was actually surprised I wasn't able to get his attack. But I turned around quick enough, and that's a little cheeky technique where if you get a really good turning speed on the Shiki, you can actually turn fast enough to attack. Now right here, I was just like, oh god damn it, he was pretty down. Shit. Oh damn. This fight just still amazes me. So he was boosting backwards, I boosted backwards. You know? it was either two ways, and I caught his attack. I was like, alright, I know those melees on the damn GPO1s. Pretty damn dangerous stuff too. And then I use this little technique that he's never seen before. You probably thought I was lagging or something. It was either him or me. So that's the crazy part about this fight. It was really nice though. But what really triggered him is that I was able to catch one of his attacks in a certain moment. But it was like a really good moment too. Right there. If I didn't boost right there, he would have finished me off. And I gotta say, that was one juicy fight. And it was one hell of a fight too. If he just spawned in, and he would be able to attack me with one hit. But boy oh boy, see, that proved the whole general type of raid really doesn't matter. What really matters is how good of a player you really are. He got one, I got one, so it was a draw. At that point, he just left the game. That's what I remember. And I was just like, oh, I just wanted a little bit more fighting, you know? I wanted to fight more. Well, this match is pretty damn good. Oh no, this is the person who I just was actually kind of frustrated with. Yeah. I wanted to just do melee. Just melee customs. I never did a melee custom before. You know? And I just decided to just hitch 3 lobbies just with lame melees. And I was like, okay, he's using that Dom Barrage mobile suit. And the thing is, that thing's pretty damn clumsy. In the right hands, it can do some damage. We've seen some Japanese players do some crazy sushi chop with that thing. At this point, I was like, okay. He wasn't even able to scratch me right there. This Hyaku Shiki. You see that little spin right there? That is a technique right there. And that's painful. People just don't see some moves like that. They don't even think something like that even exists. And he just left the match because he was just outplayed and outsmarted, which I understand. I would leave the match if I didn't even hit him. This match was one heck of a match though. I loved it. I kind of find Shiki really good in ground and space. It's both good in worlds. This man over here is using that GPO1 FB, which those things are pretty damn crafty. They can just wiggle as much as they want in space. You can go really damn fast with that thing. But it was kind of weird. I was like, how did he catch me right there? That's still a technique that I still don't understand, where they can catch you from miles away. And I'm just like, oh boy, that's not good. Not good at all. And I was able to spank his feet in the right way. No homo, but yeah, this guy's pretty damn crafty. And I must be crazy to just fight one of these generals, you know. But you shouldn't be afraid. You should just always push in. Just don't kick back, because the more you kick back, the more you're fucked. And, yeah. That was a good play on my part. I did my part. I did what I could. I did the most finest of fights ever. But you can do some pretty damn good takedowns with the Shiki. Certain moments you can actually hold off the whole enemy team if you're good enough. You just gotta maneuver. I feel like every part of the Shiki is just, I don't know, I just feel like it's nice. It can fight, you know. It's a second generation mobile suit with some pretty flawless mechanics on it. And these mechanics are pretty damn nice, but it just takes a while to just master these mechanics. You just have to feel it. It's the same thing with almost all the mobile suits, but this one is just, it takes a long time to feel the mechanics of this mobile suit. I can actually feel the goddamn freaking nuts and the balls of this goddamn freaking mobile suit. Yeah, that's the cool thing. I really love that little boost. It has like a crazy dive too. which I haven't died with this mobile suit before. It's pretty awesome. Every single movement of this mobile suit, if you just have the moment to just take a look and love the way it looks, you just enjoy every movement and every single part of the mobile suit, how it moves. You know, you can look at the waist of the mobile suit, and if you turn your waist in a certain type of degree, you can actually flick your beam saber in a specific way, and you can just finish a dude off with a nice, good old fashioned, cool guys don't look at explosions type of shit beam saber attack. And that's legit. I just love this mobile suit because it is one of my very childhood mobile suits. When I watched it on Zeta, I always thought this mobile suit was so damn freaking dank as hell. And I was like, oh man, a gold mobile suit? I really want that in real life, you know? Never did get a model kit of this. I really want to get a model kit of like a master grade of it. But there are certain type of models that look like goddamn heavy duty plastic. And there are those model kits that look like some crazy ass aluminum foil, shiny goldiness. And man oh man, this thing has got some kick. But so when you're fighting those zongs, you just gotta go in for them. You're gonna find the right situation and moment. You gotta get those songs when they're really distracted. If you get those songs when they're really distracted, then you're in for a really nice fight. And they're in for big heavy duty pain. And when I mean pain, I mean like they're gonna get a little booty bruise. Yeah. You know, fall on their butts. They just can't handle it. That's the sad thing about it. At that moment, I was just like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I busted a little nice cheeky shot right there. I couldn't get that mad because zongs just appeared out of nowhere. I didn't see that man come out of nowhere too. It's a crazy thing. And that's a cool thing. I did like the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits right there in space. Could any of these mobile suits do that? Nope, they cannot do Jean-Claude Van Damme splits in space. They are not spick enough. There's this man right here. I was like, oh great, I got my kill. The kill that I was supposed to get with the Vulcans. At this point I was just like, alright. And that's the good thing about the beam. Like, you can just pop in shots, and the movement of the way your hands are placed on the gun, it's pretty nice. It's got a good grip. It reloads nice too. The gun is just quick enough to reload in a specific certain type of moment. If you click the beam soon enough, you can actually pull it off when it's reloading too, which not too many people know about. At this point I was like, alright, so I'm just gonna pop in and see if I can help my teammates. But, you know, teammates being teammates, sometimes those moments can be unreliable. And if they got a little bit smart enough and pulled back, could have saved the game right there. At this point, I was like, okay, I know, I'm just gonna stand here, and then spin out of that, and stand here over here. Because I know the invincibility frame is gonna save my butt. I don't have to worry about a single thing. And in this fight, I was actually pretty stoked. Pretty stoked on how good this mobile suit really is. I love this mobile suit. It's in my veins. Gold is in my veins. But if you're taking your time to master a mobile suit, this thing can take you to some crazy levels where I don't think I have even reached yet. And at this point, I was like, oh, Isaac, level 1. I'll let you look at that. And boy, oh boy, I love them Isaacs. Some nasty stuff, especially a damn machine gun. Do some pretty nasty work. At this match, I was like, okay, I'm gonna slip a shot on this support. I know a support because supports usually stick around in one spot. And I was actually surprised my assailant did not do anything right there. And I saw there was a dude right behind me. I was like, oh crap, I am in a whole world of pain if I don't pull this off. This man caught me in his face. You gotta give props to that nice old support right there. Beefy guys too. Uh, 3 versus 1, yeah, that's not my type of taste right there. And I was like, nope, I just gotta give myself a little bit room right there. Do some pretty good damage. I was able to spin out of that confrontation in a good way. And a lot of my shots have been pretty damn good and spot on too. I don't have to wait. And I did a little cool little spin technique right there. Or you can just boost up and you could do a little twirl, which is pretty damn beast if you can pull it off. And I was able to get my revenge in a good way. What they did not realize is that this mobile suit has many sorts of moves, and when I mean many, I mean a crap load of moves. You just gotta be patient with it. I didn't mean to shoot that man, but hey, it happens. And the thing about the Shiki is just, it's agile. It's got, what's the word? It's got benefits in every single angle. And a lot of the mobile suits in this game, not too many people know about the Shiki. The Shiki is really, really agile. It's probably one of the most agile mobile suits in this game, other than the GPO-1 FB. The FB is very, very agile, and when I mean very, they can get out of really nice sticky situations, and then you can come out on top. That's the crazy part. Now over here, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna jump into this whole team of enemy guys, which I am pretty insane. But this man over here with the Jogu, he was pretty crazy enough to bring it in this match. I was like, okay. And I was doing this little spin technique where I wasn't even able to dodge in a lot of these moments, and the man was able to catch me pretty good right there. I was long dead right there. But what really surprised me right there is that how did I get staggered when I actually boosted away? Well, at that single moment, I've noticed that I did not boost. And I was like, oh, so it wasn't my Shiki's problem, it was my problem. So it was my mistake for that actually happening. If I boosted like slightly a little bit, just like a 1 second boost, I would have been able to do some nasty stuff right there. But I got staggered in a certain moment, and I gotta give the enemy some props. Now I just came in here because I saw my buddy getting outnumbered. And I was like, nope, I'm not gonna let that happen, son. You think you can get away with that? Well, that's why you don't bring a Hyaku into a space fight, because boy oh boy. Now I'm the one who's pushing up the line right here. They're just all targeting me because I was out in the open. That was rather foolish of me. What I should have done is that I should have ducked down and covered my damn titties. Yeah, you heard me, titties. So, space is pretty damn dank. There's some pretty damn crazy techniques that I haven't even discovered yet. Like that one technique where I spiral boosts into the ceiling. That's pretty good technique, and I learned that in this match by accident too. And I didn't even mean to do that. Sometimes it just happens naturally. And you're just like, whoa, you know, I want to learn that in my damn custom match. And that's what I do. I just go to custom and I just learn something that I never learned before. Now there's this really cheeky song, and I just love going after these things because, God, I hate these things. It doesn't take a lot of skill to master these. And all you do is just hide like a crazy maniac, thinking that they're so damn good. I was able to get a really nice shot right there in the middle of it. I was trying to go in for a nice little booty kick right there in the derriere. I wasn't sure what the hell was going on at that moment. And this man right here, Hyaku, it's a pretty nice mobile suit too, but he's using the beam variant, which is going to take a long time for him to reload in space. And there was my own teammate who just kind of hit me on the side. We could have finished them off together, but you know, it happens. I was able to smash that man's dreams. But hey, things like that happen. Now when I saw that support, I was like, oh boy, I'm coming after you, son. You ain't going nowhere. And then some dude just literally got into the middle of my feast of damage. But hey, good save too. I kind of did like a little wall kick right there. That's what I call a wall kick, where you can kick off any sort of ceiling off of the space or asteroid, rock. You can use the boost on your mobile suit to boost onto the rock, so you can get maximum speed. At this moment, I was able to save myself in total annihilation by a whole enemy team just trying to bag me to death. But nah, I didn't have that happen to me. I kind of found that match pretty damn interesting. There's this other match right here, and I also have the results. It was like the next match, and I thought this next match was pretty cool. But, you know, I kind of skipped it because I cannot put too many damn videos, and it's a kind of a pain in the butt. But hey, kind of find this a pretty damn heavy loss, but you know, you can't win them all. I thought the results on this match was pretty damn good. And there was this one point in that match, I think I did like a new move that I've never even thought of using. It's called like a spin slice, where you can spin and then you can slice. But hey, it happens. From this point, I was just like, okay, I'm having a great time with the Shiki. And I was like, I'm gonna wait and see what happens, and I want to know what the next sortie will be. I hope it's gonna be some really good numbers. I tend to jump to low tiers time to time, but I haven't had much luck because the low tiers take a little bit too long to get myself into. And when I mean too long, it would usually take like 10 minutes or 20 minutes for the match to start. And oh boy, look at that. Another space. Who would have ever thought I'd be really into space with the Shiki? Too bad this wasn't rated, because I remember for a fact that there wasn't rated at that specific time. A lot of those matches I did rated though. It's a good way to have a really good juicy start. Good way to start with the quick matches, and you can just jump to rated like a boss. Pretty damn heavy hassle though. I've been having so much bad luck with the down rated though. Majority of the time I'd be carrying the team and the team would just completely lose, and I just don't even understand, and oh boy, kind of painful. And everybody understands those damn moments. Kind of find it not so fabulous. And at this point I was like, oh my god, I hope none of my team uses all of these goddamn supports. Because if this was a support heavy team, I would be pretty damn triggered. Triggered in a very bad way, because sometimes having too many supports in your team, they can either miss their shots or shoot you by accident during heavy duty confrontations, and you just get smacked by all sides. And you just get the good old fashioned jack in a box when the enemy comes out of nowhere in front of your face, and you're just like, god damn it, let me hit him. Oh shit, I just got shot by my own sniper. Great. Sometimes you just gotta not move too much so you can get your snipers a really good line of fire. Sometimes you just gotta give them a little good open space to do something. I just shot him because I fucking hate songs. I freaking hate songs, and I just shot him because I just can't stand looking at them. At this point I was like, okay, there's a GPO4. These guys are pretty damn feisty too, and he did a really good job. He was able to add me a lot of beam power too. And I was able to catch him unsuspectingly. And I was able to finish him quick enough too. And that was one thing out of my checklist. I don't have to worry about no damn support bothering me during the match. Now at this point I wasn't sure what type of mole suit that was, and I was like, oh my god, is that a support? Man, oh man, this thing does some work. But there's this dude above me and I'm trying to keep him below me too. I'm trying to even the odds, you know, even the odds of epic distractions. guess the support was able to get out of that moment, but I was able to finish him off just good enough. And I was like, oh man, that was a pretty good fight, and I enjoyed it. And after that one match that I had with the spin technique, I just realized right there, with the spin technique, you can shoot backwards, where you can actually make the, like, if you go back to the video, you can actually see the Shiki put his gun behind his back, and I've never seen something like that. And I just look at every single movement of the mobile suit, and I start learning some new things here and there, and I'm just like, wow, this thing, no wonder Char Aznavour was so damn good with this mobile suit. But it was just an anime. In this game, sometimes you can bust an anime, but there's very rare occasions. And right here, I was just like, oh crap, I can do a little swift drift in space. A heavy drift. Where the heavy drift's like you have your whole body facing slanted towards the enemy, and it looks like it can actually throw off an opponent if you actually throw it in a certain moment. If they're trying to aim your legs in space, you can do that, and you can pull it off slanted. This man over here, he was a really heavy thorn on my side. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to throw some cheeky shots out there and see if I can get the... And I was like, okay, he caught me. What a little rascal. And you see, that was a really heavy drift right there that I just learned not too long ago. And the crazy thing is that that heavy drift, it comes with the maneuver armor, so I can always count on that bad boy. That bad boy move. Right here, I kind of messed up, and I was trying to get greedy, get this man right here, but I kind of missed the little kick. I was able to get out of this situation. There was just 3 of them up against me, and I wasn't ready for that. I kind of boosted forward, and there we go. I guess they kind of do got the little sniper's revenge. Yeah, those GPO4s, they can do infinity beams. They could just do beams for days. You know, they will never run out of damn beam ammo. That's why I know for a fact that those things are pretty damn interesting. I love them. At this point, I was like, okay, we're looking good, so I'm just gonna get right in between the enemy and smash him. And I was like, I'm gonna finish this man off with my Vulcans. Even though the Vulcans of the Shiki is pretty damn weak, hey, I'll take it any day of the week. And I was like, alright, come on dude, turn right. And every single time when I'd always say turn right, I'd always miss. And it's kind of painful in certain moments. But hey, you know, it doesn't go always your way, but this man right here, he kind of got lucky at that moment. I did not see that man coming out of nowhere. And his G3, I kind of find that little machine look really bulky, and it looks really funny. And at this moment, I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. There's that dude with the big old freaking cannon, and I just don't want to fight that thing. I think that cannon came in, what's the word? With the GPO2, I believe. And it's pretty nasty stuff. Right there, I was able to kick that man into oblivion. But hey, I'm just waiting until this man gets focused on that one dude. I got behind this G3. I wanted a little revenge for him shooting at me from behind, but I guess it didn't go my way. But that G3 got demolished by my own teammate, and kudos for my teammate doing his job. At this point, I'm not going to even bother disarming the bomb because we are absolutely ahead. And there's an enemy teammate on the left just far away, trying to get into the combat, but he was a little bit too late. You know, some people just have really slow brains and they just can't count numbers, which is understandable. And I feel really evil at this point because I was like, oh, look at that. Man, oh man, it's like a field day. It's like I'm shooting chickens in a goddamn den. Yep. This man right here with the G3 is playing it pretty cool. I kind of did the little heavy curve and the spin together, so it was a little combination of technique right there, which at that point I was like, okay, I believe I mastered the Shiki. I love everything about it. I think this is probably the highest point that I can ever reach of the Shiki. And boy oh boy, the movement is 10 out of 10.